Hello everybody. In today's lesson, lesson 2.3 of the first grade Go Math textbook, we're going to be working with the idea of model taking apart. And the basic question is, how do you model taking apart something? Okay, and we're on page 61 of the first grade Go Math textbook. All right, so listen and draw. Okay, use your two-sided counters to model the problem. Draw in color to show your model. Write the numbers and a subtraction sentence. Let me rearrange my counters a little bit. Okay. Jeff has 5 apples. 3 of the apples are red. The rest are yellow. How many apples are yellow? Okay, well, let's start by showing the whole. The whole amount was 5. All right, so that's just 5, okay? So 5 apples. Now, 3 of them are red. The rest are yellow. So if we have 3 red, 1, 2, 3, then these 2 must be yellow, right? Because we have 5 total, but only 3 of them are red. Okay, so we have 2 parts here, right? We have a red part and we have a yellow part. So how many red apples do we have? We have 3. How many yellow apples? 2. Okay, and the subtraction sentence would be 5, the total number of apples, minus the 3 red apples will give us the difference of 2 yellow apples. So Jeff has 2 yellow apples. Okay, and we can draw a picture of this. Okay, so we started with 5, correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we can use the letters R for red and Y for yellow to show what we were doing. So we said 3 were red. That's what they told us in the problem. Okay, so our whole amount is 5. 3, one of the parts is 3, so the other part has to be 2. So 2 yellow. Okay. All right, let's look at page 62. Okay, model and draw. Again, page 62. Subtract to find how many small cups there are. Maria has 6 cups. 2 cups are big. The rest are small. How many cups are small? So our question is, how many cups are small? That's what I have to figure out, right? They told me she has 6 cups, so that's our whole amount. One of the parts is 2 cups. 2 cups are big. The rest are small. Okay, so again, so we would draw 6. That's the total, right? They told us 6 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can use the 2 sides of our counters. I'm going to go ahead and start off with them all up red. Okay, so I have 6 here. 2 of them, I'm going to make red represent the 2 big cups. Okay, so these 2 are the big cups. The rest have to be the small cups. So how many small cups are there? There's 4, right? Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and put Y for yellow in my model. Okay, so what's the problem telling us? 6, that was our whole number. Okay, Okay, that was the whole group, the combination of big and small. And we took away or took apart the whole by subtracting 2 of the big cups. So if we take away 2 of the big cups, how many small cups are left? 4. Okay. So our 2 parts are 2 and 4, and our whole amount is 6. So how many small cups? 4 small cups. All right, use your counters to solve. Draw to show your work. Write the number sentence and how many. Okay, so again, we have to draw to show our work. We have to write a subtraction sentence and how many. Okay, so there are 7 folders. 6 folders are red, the rest are yellow. How many folders are yellow? So what's our whole amount? 7. How many folders are red? 6 of them are red. Okay. 6 are red. The rest are yellow. So let's show 7 red. Okay, 2, 4, 6, and 7. All right. Now, of those, 6 folders are red. Okay. So 6 out of our 7 folders are red. That means if those 6 are red, I only have 1 left that has to be yellow. Okay, so I have 1 yellow folder. So what's the math problem? What was our whole amount? Our whole amount was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 folders. That was our whole. And we took that apart and separated it into red and yellow. Red and yellow parts. How many of them were red? 6. Okay, so 7 minus 6 equals 1. Okay, let's look at number 2. There are 8 pencils. 3 pencils are short. The rest are long. How many pencils are long? Okay, so let's show the whole group. There's 8 total, so that's our whole amount. Two, 4, 6, 7. I need 1 more. All right, so that's 8. Okay. Now I have to take apart the whole, right? Because they're not all short pencils. Only 3 of them are short. So I'm going to make these 3 my short pencils, and the rest will be long. So I'm going to turn these over to represent the long. Okay, again, so 1 part is short, 3. They told us that. And the rest have to be long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 long pencils. So how can I show that with a subtraction sentence? Well, our whole amount was 8 pencils. We're minusing or subtracting 3. We're subtracting the 3 red ones. And the answer, the difference, is what's remaining, the other part. 2, 4, 5. Okay, and again, so we have 5 long pencils. Okay, let's look at page 63. Okay, so write an equation. Okay, an equation, if I think of a base word that is in the word equation, I see the word equal. Okay, so I need to have an equal sign. So we're going to use the counters to solve. We're going to draw to show your work. And we're going to write the number sentence and how many. That's just what we did on the previous page. Okay, so let's start. Number 3. There are 9 fish. 5 fish are red. The rest are yellow. How many fish are yellow? Okay. How many fish are yellow? That's what I have to figure out. They told me the whole amount of the group is 9. 9 total fish. 5 of those fish are red. And the rest are yellow. Okay, so we need 9 counters. Again, I'm going to make them all one color to start. Okay, that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have 9 fish. Okay, these all the counters represent the whole, which is 9 fish. 5 of them are red. The rest are yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to move those 5. Okay, just to separate them. Okay, so one part are the red fish, and there's 5 of them, and the rest have to be yellow. So how many fish are yellow? 5 are red, 2, 4 are yellow. 4 yellow fish. Now let's think about what we had. We started with 9 red counters, right? To represent the 9 fish. That was our whole amount. We took away the 5. We took away the 5 red fish, and that gave us the number of yellow fish. 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow fish. All right, number 4. There are 7 ants. There are 7 ants. 4 ants are big, the rest are small. How many ants are small? All right, so you have to tell me how many ants are small. We know that there's 7 total ants, so that's our whole number. One part is the ants that are big, and there's 4 of those. So 4 ants are big, the rest are small. So start with 7. Okay, so there's our whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 of them are big. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the whole number of 7 is big. So the other part are small. So let's turn these over to represent the small. So 4 big. How many small? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 3 small ants. What's the subtraction sentence? How many did we have to start? How many ants? 7 ants. We took apart, or took away one of the parts. We took away the 4 big ants. We took away 4 ants that were big. Okay, so one part of the total amount of ants was the 4 big ones, 4 big ants, and it left me how many small ants? 3. Okay, so we had 7. We took away these 4, left us those 3. Number 5. There are, hang on, sorry about that. Okay, there are 8 hats. 2 hats are small. The rest are big. How many hats are big? So that's what we have to figure out, right? How many hats are big? Well, we know we have a total of 8 hats. And 2 out of that 8 hats are small, and the rest are big. So what are our parts? Small hats, big hats, right? And if we put those together, we get the total number of hats, 8 hats. Okay, so let's show that. Again, start with all one color to represent the group. Alright, so you have 8 total hats, right? But only 2 of those are small. Okay? Only 2 of them are small. I'm going to go ahead and kind of separate them out a little. Okay? The rest are big. So I'm going to make the yellow side the big hats. Okay. So we had 8 total hats, right? We took away 2 hats, and that left us 6 hats. So 6 big hats. So what's our subtraction problem? 8 hats. Take away the 2 small hats equals, we took those away. How many were we left with? 2, 4, 6. So we can count by 2s, right? 2, 4, 6. Okay. And number 6. There are 5 trees. 1 tree is short. The rest are tall. How many trees are tall? Okay, you have to tell me how many trees are tall. How many total trees are there? There's 5 trees. Okay, it tells us that of those 5, 1 of those trees is short. The rest are tall. Okay, so show 5. Alright, there's 5, right? There's our whole number. 1 of them is short. Okay, if we take that away from the total, the rest are short. And just to illustrate it, we'll turn those over to represent the ones that are tall. 1 tree short, the rest tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4 tall trees. What's our subtraction problem? 2, 4, 5 total. Take away the 1 small tree equals how many small trees? How many tall trees? 4, right? 5 total. Take away 1, you're left with 4. Okay. All right, go to page 64. All right, problem solving applications. So solve. Draw a model to explain. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this one without the counters. If you need them, use them. Okay, but I'm just going to draw circles to represent the problem. So let's see. There are 6 bears. 4 are big. The rest are small. How many bears are small? How many bears are small? Well, how many total bears do we have? Well, we have 6 bears, right? Okay. And it tells us 4 of those 6 are big. The rest are small. Okay, so how many circles or how many counters do you need? We need 6, right? Alright, so 6 circles, 2, 4, 6. 4 are big. Choose one of the colors, right? One of the sides to represent the big. So here I'm going to say red. Alright, so the 4 reds would represent the 4 big bears. And so the rest, these 2, have to be the small bears. And I'm going to use the yellow side to represent the small bears. Alright, so what's our problem? 6 bears total minus the 4 big bears leaves me 2 small bears. Okay. Number 8. There are 7 bears. 1 bear walks away. Then 4 more bears walk away. How many bears are there now? How many bears are there now? Okay. So there were 7 bears, right? That's our whole. We have 7 bears total. However, one of those bears walked away. So now we're not going to have 7 bears anymore, right? Then 4 more walk away. So we got to take those away from what was remaining, right? So let's see if we can. I'm going to go ahead and show that with our counters. Okay, so I'm going to start with sorry, 7. Okay, 1 bear walks away. Let's turn him over. Okay, let's turn that over to yellow. That bear walked away. Okay, let's do that. Then 4 more bears walk away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more bears walked away. How many bears are there now? 2, right? So there's 2 bears remaining. So how can we show that? Well, we started with 7. 1 bear walked away. That equals 6. So I had 6 bears left. And then 4 more bears walked away. So I have to subtract 4 from the 6 that were left. And that left me 2. Okay. All right, number 9. There are 4 bears. Some are black and some are brown. There are fewer than 2 black bears. How many bears are brown? Okay, so we have a total of 4. And there are fewer than 2 black bears. Well, fewer means less than, right? So let's just talk about that one for a second here. 2 bears, there are fewer than 2 black bears. If we have 2, right? That's 2. I need less than 2. That's less than 2, right? And it can't be, I can't take them all away, because that would be no black bears. And it says there are some are black and some are brown. So there's 2 parts in these bears. Part of them are black, part of them are brown. So I can't have 0 black bears. So I must have only 1 black bear, right? Okay, and so the rest, I have to have 4 bears, right? All right, so if I have 1, 2, 3, 4 bears total, we know there's only 1 black bear because it says there are fewer than 2 black bears. So 1 of them, right? So the rest have to be brown. Okay. And so that would be 4 minus the 1 black bear equals how many? 3. Okay, and so we can draw that picture. Okay. And I had 1 that was red representing the black bear, and the other 3 represented the brown bears. All right, and the last one for today. Draw counters. Draw counters to solve. Write the number sentence. There are 8 flowers. 4 flowers are red. The rest are yellow. How many flowers are yellow? Okay, so let's draw them. How many flowers are yellow? We know there are 8 total flowers. That's our whole number. What are our parts? 1 part is red, and that's 4 of them. The other part is yellow. Okay, so we need 8 circles. 8 circles to represent our 8 flowers. 4 are red. Okay, so we have 4 reds. The rest are yellow. Okay. How many flowers are yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 yellow flowers. So what does this math problem look like? What does this subtraction problem look like? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total flowers. Our whole number is 8. We're taking away one of the parts. We're taking away the part they told us. 4 of the flowers were red. So we're going to take away 4 from the total, and that left us how many? The remaining part is yellow. 4. All right, so that's it for our lesson today on how to model taking apart. Okay, how to model taking apart. And until our next lesson, I will see you soon.